Now let us go through again. See, out of all topics, that only one topic was remaining, that is main topic, that is drugs acting on central nervous system. Out of that, we have finished anticonvulsants or anti-epileptics, one and same. This topic we have finished. Now, whatsoever remaining topics are there, these are general anesthetics, sedative hypnotics, analgesics and anti-inflammatory agents, psychotropic drugs, alcohol, methyl alcohol, CNS stimulants and cognition enhancers, pharmacology of local anesthetics. Only, as per my belief, only this much topics are remaining. If anybody has any doubt about any other topic, then we can continue, or any topic you feel that it has not been taught, then we can, you write it down in our group and we can then accordingly plan our schedule. Okay. Now, for all this topic, what is the basic requirement already sent to you? I am very sure you have not studied it. But it will be better if you study it. Example, suppose if we have to go for general anesthetics, then you should be aware about various neurotransmitters. Earlier during this epilepsy, I told you about that various neurotransmitters, excitatory and inhibitory. So accordingly, general anesthesia, again we are blocking the inputs. So what kind of drug which we can use, you can understand it. It is a basic logic. Okay. In sedative hypnotics, whatsoever drugs we have seen in epilepsy, most of the drugs from similar class will be having. Okay. Again, sedative hypnotics means they are inducing sleep, that is a depression. For depression, what kind of neurotransmitters are required? Then again, if you remember, last year you might have studied physiology of sleep and various sleep patterns. So before going for these sedatives and hypnotics, everybody, I want sort of assignment on sedatives and hypnotics. Okay. So when we go for sedative and hypnotics, I want assignments, that is what is the sleep, what are various types of sleep, what are the patterns of the sleep, what are the neurotransmitters which are responsible for sleep. This is all physiology. You go through it. Again, if you have difficulty, you can ask me. Then anticonvulsant we have finished. Analgesic and anti-inflammatory agents, again this is acting through CNS. Okay, there are specific receptor they are having, and on that basis of that, you already studied autocoids and various lipid derived autocoids like prostaglandins and leukotrienes and their role in inflammation. You should be aware about it. There are two types of agents which are having activity, like analgesic and anti-inflammatory. So we shall go through it, what are these drugs and how these are there. Then psychotropic drugs, that is the drug which can cause psychiatric or which are affecting in various psychiatric diseases. There are many psychiatric diseases like depression, schizophrenia, mania, then bipolar diseases, anxiety. There are 5-6 types of disorders. Okay, for that again your knowledge with the neurotransmitter and their turnover, which drug can cause increase in the neurotransmitter, can decrease in the neurotransmitter, is very, very important. And if you go back to the physiology of CNS, it will be helpful. In CNS physiology, you will learn that there are drugs which are used, or these are the what we can say, various areas which are responsible for the various emotions. So all this, if you'll go for that, what do you mean by psychiatric activities and why it is there? Even in Tortura you will find it. We can immediately go for alcohol and methyl alcohol. I'll assume that you have read all the CNS neurotransmitters well, and this CNS neurotransmitter, if you have read, then it will be easy for you to understand mechanism of alcohol and methyl alcohol. So immediate next class will go with the alcohol. Then CNS stimulant and cognition enhancers. Cognition, this term we had many a times during epilepsy also. Cognition means learning or ability to retain what you have learned. Suppose I am teaching something, then your cognition is what? How much you can understand and try to retain it. So this is all cognition. So what are the agents which are cognition enhancers? And lastly, pharmacology of local anesthetics. For that again you need your good knowledge on drug which you have studied in convulsion and arrhythmias. Example, because what is anesthetic drug? They causes blockage of the sensory impulses. So if the sensory impulses are to be blocked, then you should know how the sensory impulses are going, what are the basis of the sensory impulses. For that again go for various types of mechanism of impulse conduction. It includes everything, various mechanical gated, voltage gated, and all various kind of ions, and how the impulse is conducted. If you have studied reflex mechanism earlier, so in reflex what are the steps which are there, because we are blocking the pain, or how the pain sensation is going. So everything is, until and unless your physiology is good, you will not able to understand. Now I repeat, I leave it to you people. If you read it, good. If you do not, then you will find difficulty in understanding. But same questions can still be asked which are based on physiology, because until and unless you are good at physiology, you will not able to write anything about pharmacology. So I'll that time during examination, although I will not teach it now, because I am asking you, I am giving you this assignment. If you do it, it will help you in understanding and writing when the examinations are conducted. But if you do not read it, it's up to you. Okay, because if you will read the first topic, I have tried to give you in very clear ways that what topic we are going to cover. For that, what basic knowledge you should have. And every time I was expecting that you will either go through it, you will have some difficulty, you will ask it, and then we'll go for it. But I could see that very few are preparing, very few are actually responding to the assignments. Example, today I have given these assignments. Let me see how many assignments I can see. Hardly 3, 4, 5 students they tried to write, others they do not write. So this is really very pathetic, very poor condition you people are having. And let me tell you very frankly, many students are very poor in your class in understanding the situations. So if they do not understand, then I don't think your results can be good in future. So please see that you are attending, you are making good efforts. Otherwise, definitely the question papers are having all the depth of the syllabus. Every time I am expecting that after teaching, we should go for, or you should read the books thoroughly. You can ask the difficulty, but I could not see it. One more thing is there. Actually, if it would have been a normal class, if it not have been COVID, and if you all would have been over here, so it normally this is for 75 hours. As per my knowledge goes, we have crossed beyond 75 so far, or almost we are close to 75, very close to 75. Now whatsoever lectures are there, they will be additional, because we are going comparatively slow, so that you can understand, you can pay some attention, some basics are clear, because fortunately we have got a time. But if you are, I can see that I have warned, I have suggested you many times that you should be prepared for that. But I could see that very few people are prepared for that, and very few are interested in this. I expected that since you don't have practicals going on, you have got lot many time, and you will give some time for learning the things in depth. You will read the physiology, you will read the pharmacology, and you will be clear about it. But very few are there who are doing it, and definitely those who will do, they will be benefited indirectly, because they will able to write in better way. But those who are not doing, definitely they may be in problem. Even your first sessional results are there, they are very clear, and slowly the depth can be increased. So in subsequent examinations, second and third sessional, the depth of examination will be increasing. Whatsoever I have informed, whatsoever I have told, and whatsoever I have taught, Basically, these things can be asked. You should be thorough in this. I'll not repeat these classes because being a fresh student, almost a second year student, I tried this almost intermittently. After almost one or two topics, whenever the topics are over, I have tried to inform you. But still, this is really pathetic that even today, after messages, people have joined, and you take so much time to join. This is not a good thing. Really, it is a very pathetic, very poor from your side. So anyway, here we finished the what is our next game plan. As I told you, I'll start with alcohol and methyl alcohol now. In the meanwhile, I'll suggest you to go through that. I think the topic which will be very closer, which you can immediately find it can be local anesthetic, general anesthetics, and sedative hypnotics. These are the topics which have some relevance with your previous topics. Example, local anesthetics, as I told you, this impulse conduction you have studied during, I asked you to study during arrhythmias, I asked you to study during convulsions. Basic mechanism, similar mechanism these drugs will having, that is local anesthetics. Then general anesthetics are also present various what we can say inhibitory type of neurotransmission. Whenever it is there, they are playing role in anesthesias. So then analgesic, anti-inflammatory you can go for, because you have studied all these autocoids, prostaglandin, etc. Only other type of drugs which we have to see, these are opioid analgesics and all. So please go through this. If you have any difficulty in that, you can ask, you can make the sequence. I am suggesting you to make the sequence which will be best for you, and for that what reading should be there, I want that you refer the very first table I have sent to you, that this is our syllabus and what is the basic reading is required. So you go through that table, you refer that table, and you refer whatsoever instruction I have given time to time, just like today, and you accordingly you can put it on group that, sir, this is what we have read and this will be the sequence. I am repeating why I am telling all this, because I wanted that you should be at advantage. I wanted that your basics are should be improved, and that should help you for for a long period of time. But if you are not interested, I don't mind. I should not waste my time again and again. Since almost at the end we have reached, CNS is bit complicated that way. So I'll suggest you to read it. I repeat it, and you again I suggest that you write it down, which topic you want next to alcohol, after alcohol which topic you want, and after that what is basic reading. You just, anybody of you can write it down, that next topic is this and this is the basic reading, and those who are genuine interested, they can write their own assignment about it. So this is what we have read, this is the basic which was taught, and this is what I am doing as assignment, without any instruction from teacher. If you do it, teacher will be very happy. So try to do it, and see the impact of it, because already I have seen your confusions during anticonvulsions also. You can remember I have asked many questions, and if, you can see that how much confusion you people have had during that. And we went slow for that. We have I suggested what will happen with chloride channel opening, what will happen with sodium channel. So this is not actually the job, or this is not actually the activity which will be done during pharmacology. I'll just say the mechanism shows that this receptor will cause opening of chloride channel, because it was taught in first year physiology. So what will happen after opening of chloride channel, or what will happen after opening of calcium channel or potassium channel, because it is clear. If you do not understand, I told you that I can help you, but I am very sorry to tell you that still many are not trying about it. So see that you are trying it, see that you are trying to learn the basics, because basics are very important. if you still remain confused after all these instructions, then it means either you are not trying or the syllabus is getting heavy for you. Then in that case you have to increase your efforts. That there is no other option, because we cannot change the syllabus, we cannot reduce it. Okay, so day by day it will be increasing, and I expect you to cope with that syllabus. I expect that you should able to uh, solve the answers which are been asked. So here I again complete my instruction. I am very sure you will follow this. If you do not, then I cannot help, or nobody can help you rather. So take care, and we'll start with the topic, that is alcohol. So alcohol, many might have uh, thought about, that is, what is alcohol? Very popularly, in what form it is taken?
Liquid form.
Liquid form. Which alcohol? Huh?
Ethyl alcohol.
Ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol is taken in what way? In form means, for what purpose it is taken?
Antiseptic.
Okay. Any other way? Any other reason? Sedative solvent. Okay. Relaxant means what? Skeletal muscle relaxant. For what purpose alcohol is consumed? Is it used? What are the preparations of alcohol? What preparations are taken?
Fermentation of sugar.
Yes, alcohol is obtained after fermentation of sugar. Very good. But for what purpose alcohol is taken? Apart from this, is it exactly taken as a sedative? Whether it is taken as a solvent, whether it is really taken as a relaxant, disinfectant? I am asking what are, okay, how it is available in market, in that is which type of preparations are available in market?
Spirit.
Spirit, very good.
Wine.
Wine, very good.
Liquors.
Yes,
Malted liquors.
malted liquors, very good. So what, how these are administered? If it is antiseptic, then how it is applied, or how it is done?
Apply on the skin, local areas.
Local area. So effects will be what? Local effects. And in what form it is consumed? For what purpose it is consumed?
Oral form. Oral.
Orally. For what purpose? Again my question is, what purpose? She told, Saba told that it is wine, liquor. So for what purpose it is consumed?
Neuronal depressant.
You ask anybody, is there anybody who takes alcohol and there, and he can answer you whether it is taken as a neuronal depressant? Is there?
No.
You ask somebody, have you seen any movie where some character is drinking alcohol,
Yes, sir.
and whether that person is using it as a CNS depressant? सीडेटिव किसी ने लिया है, देखा था तुमने कहीं मूवी में, सीरियल में, कहीं टीवी पे, या एनी अदर वे?
sir.
From boys, for what alcohol is taken? धीरज ने लिखा रिलैक्सेंट, मतलब क्या रिलैक्सेंट? यस, डिक्रीज नो इम्पल्स कंडक्शन. ओके. चक्रधर, whosoever is taking it, for what purpose they are taking? जैसे साहबा ने बताया डिसइंफेक्टेंट या एंटीसेप्टिक किसी ने बताया, तो एंटीसेप्टिक है तो हमने लगाया उसको. Those who are taking it orally in form of wine, for what purpose they are taking?
To reduce the pain.
Yes, Dheeraj says to escape from the problem. Sahaba says to reduce the pain. तो तुमने मूवी नहीं देखी? ऐसा देखा है कहीं कि बहुत आदमी ने पेन हो रहा है, फिर उसने पेन हो रहा है इसलिए द पर्सन इज गोइंग टू ड्रिंक वाइन और अल्कोहल, और इज इट सो?
Yes, sir.
पेन के बाद ही लेता है?
No, sir. If
Emotional condition with it. In emotional condition.
Yes, Pradeep says for intoxication. मतलब what do you mean by intoxication? Dheeraj say to escape from the problem. Many people take it in party like that, है ना? पार्टी बताते हैं मूवी में या सीरियल में, तो उनको पेन रहता है क्या, या उनको कोई प्रॉब्लम रहता है, प्रॉब्लम से भागना रहता है उनको?
No, sir.
no, sir.
फिर देखा है कहीं सीरियल में, मूवीज में पार्टी हो रही है, पार्टी
Yes,
में
sir.
लोग, है ना, पार्टी
Yes.
में ड्रिंक्स ले रहे हैं. सिनेमा पिक्चर तो देखते हो?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, किसी को मालूम भी होगा, किसी ने एक्सपीरियंस भी यहाँ किया होगा तुम में से, कोई स्टूडेंट में से है कोई
No, sir.
जो अपना अनुभव बता सकता है उसमें? हेलो, हाँ हाँ बोल. हाँ हाँ ठीक, बोलना. प्रिंट काटना, ठीक है, ओके. हाँ ठीक है, ओके. हाँ. So, what can be the reason? Okay. So now this is one homework, first homework. What is the rationale behind consumption of alcohol? Okay. Everybody, you will write the answer. You search it and write the answer. Why people go for drinking alcohol is one thing. Okay. Then we'll go for pharmacology of alcohol. Then what are various forms of alcohol? Okay, this is another, when it is consumed, then what are various forms? Okay, Sava told something like wine, etc., etc. What are they? And in that, what are the percentages of alcohol? Got it? So what are various type of formulation we can say, what kind of they are. What are various formulation of alcohol, and what is difference between all? Can you make the differences in that? Can you make the comparison between various forms? Okay. This is another thing, please write down. Then third thing, I'll explain you about mechanism, but before that, again you go through the various CNS related neurotransmitter, their activity, what is excitatory and what are inhibitory neurotransmitter. You read it, where they are present and what are their roles. Okay. Now, what are the functions of inhibitory neurotransmitter? I want to know again. You go for that. We have seen inhibitory neurotransmitter like GABA, isn't it? So, what are their function? What inhibitory neurotransmitter are having? If we have to conduct impulses, then why we should have inhibitory type of neurotransmitter in CNS? इसका एक मेरे को ढूंढ के निकालना है आप लोगों ने, मुझे आप you will tell me about it. So you can simultaneously, those who are using can write down on WhatsApp. What are the assignments? First is what are various forms of alcohol, why alcohol is taken or consumed. Okay. Then third is what I told about, what are the role of inhibitory kind of neurotransmitters. Excitatory, we know that when it is there, then there will be impulse will be conducted. Then, but why we want to stop the impulses? So what are the role of inhibitory neurotransmitters? You read it, okay, and you also add this on WhatsApp. What I told you about just before this class, that is which topic you need and the assignments. Individually, you will write what should be the sequence of that, and what kind of preparation you will be submitting, assignments you will be submitting. Okay. Pharmacokinetics wise, alcohol is very easy to understand. It is well absorbed from GIT. Okay. For pharmacokinetics, there is not much thing to study. Only mechanism of action I will explain you in next class, but pharmacokinetics is very easy. Pharmacokinetics, whenever alcohol is consumed, it goes to GIT. From GIT it is well absorbed, and it reaches to systemic circulation. From that it can cross the blood-brain barrier. I told you very important thing during epilepsy or anticonvulsant classes, that very important thing, that any drug which is able to act on CNS can do only when it can cross blood-brain barrier. So whenever anyone asks you question about pharmacokinetics, तुमको अगर ज़्यादा कुछ याद नहीं भी आया तो दो तीन चीज़ देखना. If the drug is given orally, that means it is absorbed well from GI tract. So you can write about absorption. Then अगर कुछ याद नहीं भी आया तो तुम लोग ये लिख सकते हो, जो CNS का ड्रग है और जो ओरली दिया गया है, दैट मीन्स इट इज़ एब्सॉर्ब ओरली. एक लाइन तुम्हारी फिक्स हो जाती है परमानेंटली, दूसरी लाइन तुम्हारी परमानेंटली फिक्स हो जाती है क्या, कि द ड्रग कैन क्रॉस ब्लड ब्रेन बैरियर. क्योंकि वो जब तक ब्लड ब्रेन बैरियर क्रॉस नहीं करेगा तब तक, टिल दैट टाइम इट विल नॉट एबल टू एक्ट ऑन CNS. सो दिस टू लाइन्स आर वेरी वेरी कन्फर्म फॉर दैट. इससे ज़्यादा जिसको जितना नॉलेज है, जिसने पढ़ा होगा, याद आ सकता है, वो तो बिल्कुल कर ही सकता है ना. इफ somebody can read nicely and remember that is from which part it is absorbed, what kind of absorption, whether passive, active, ये तो passively absorb होता है, alcohol is passively absorbed. Okay, but about drug, if you are doing it, it is very easy to remember. Therefore मैंने तुमको एक बोला था कि चार्ट बना, टेबल बना लिया करो इसका, फार्माकोकाइनेटिक्स का, एब्सॉर्प्शन का, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का, मेटाबॉलिज्म का, एक्सक्रीशन का. So as I told you, it is well absorbed. Second thing I told you about that the drug, this alcohol is distributed well and it can cross blood-brain barrier. Third thing is metabolism. It is metabolized through enzymes, that is alcohol, that is ethyl alcohol or even methyl alcohol. Whatever alcohol is there are enzymes, they are called as alcohol dehydrogenase. सो दिस dehydrogenase enzymes, बायोकेमिस्ट्री जिसको याद होगा या देख लेना बायोकेमिस्ट्री, this dehydrogenase will cause removal of water from that, and thus this alcohol will be converted into aldehyde. If it is ethyl alcohol, it is converted into acetaldehyde. If it is methyl alcohol, it is converted into formaldehyde. समझा? So this is what first step is there. Then next step is there, this formaldehyde will be converted into formic acid, and acetaldehyde will be converted into acetic acid, and from that it will become acetyl CoA, and formaldehyde will become a formic acid. So this will be the pathway. This is how it will be converted, and the problem is, what is the acetaldehyde or formaldehyde, they are having toxic effects. Acetaldehyde can cause very strong GI upset, body pain, body ache, vomiting, nausea, severe, and it can be very severe one. But fortunately, the next steps are very fast. The metabolisms are very fast. If the alcohol is taken in limited quantities, then it won't be a problem. But if it goes beyond that, you might have seen people who are having drunk large amount of alcohol, they are having, or they face problem about this, they go for several vomitings and all. So this is all accumulation of acetaldehyde. Okay. The biggest problem comes when it is a formaldehyde, because if it is by chance get mixed with the methyl alcohol, then what happens is this methyl alcohol is converted into formaldehyde, and this formaldehyde is very, very toxic to many tissues. Particularly initially it starts with the eyes, and it causes blindness. It can cause severe toxic reaction, and the person can die because of multiple organ problems, because as I told you, it is very reactive and very dangerous. So if sometime you people read somewhere in newspaper that because of drinking alcohol people have died, that means what? That it is a illegal alcohol, somewhere it was made, and this illegal alcohol, because I don't know, those people are from village, small village, they might have seen, है ना, हाथ भट्टी बोलते हैं उसको, हाथ भट्टी के दारू बोलते हैं कि छोटे गांव में बनती है, क्योंकि क्या होता है, what happens is alcohol is that way very costly because there are too many taxes on it. Around almost 200-300% taxes are there. That means if it is costing and plus profits for everybody. So if it is actually manufacturing cost is suppose maybe 20-30 rupees, then the bottle comes in around 300-400 rupees, a small one. Okay, that is because of the taxes and transportations and licenses and profits, and so many things are there. So because of this, what happens is the poor people, they try to go for drinking it which is available in nearby, and they call it as a that is what local made homemade liquor or illicit liquor, the word is used. So that illicit liquor is there which is not made in a factory but somewhere in villages. I don't know if anybody from you, I have seen it in my village. I am from village and I have seen it somewhere in agriculture farm, somewhere inside they are doing it, some earthen pots, मटके को रख के उसको हीट करके उसका डिस्टिलेशन करके अल्कोहल बनाते हुए हमने विलेजेस में देखा है. So this type of things are there. When it goes wrong, where their chemistry goes wrong, somewhere instead of forming ethyl alcohol, it forms methyl alcohol, and if this is formed, then this methyl alcohol can cause toxicity, and you can find, they call it as a hooch. This is illegal alcohol is called as a hooch, and if you put in Google, you can find so many hooch tragedies. So because of that hooch consumption, many poor people, they either become blind or they die because of that, and they can have severe consequences. Why this is happening, I explained you. The reason is there is a formation of formaldehyde, which is very toxic in methyl, because of presence of methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol is having is metabolized to formaldehyde and formic acid, and they are very reactive, and it is more dangerous as compared to acetaldehyde. So I hope you understood the pharmacokinetics of ethyl alcohol or methyl alcohol. Both are same, only the difference is because of their chemical structure, the subsequent products are chemically slightly different. So this is how various pharmacokinetics things are there. It is after all this metabolism, very funny thing is ethyl alcohol can also converted into, as I told you, acetyl CoA. Acetyl CoA can part, if you have studied biochemistry, acetyl CoA can participate in the citric acid or Krebs cycle, and it can give energy. But then whatsoever energy it gives, that is not sufficient. That is very small amount of energy it gives, and it can against it, it will cause problem. If it is that much, for that much energy, person may have vomiting. If there is vomiting, then what will happen? All the food has gone out, and because of that, if the food has gone out, then person can become malnourished. So the long time alcoholic people, particularly those who are having tendency of this vomiting and all, they can rather malnourished instead of having or getting energy out of it. Okay, so this is what pharmacokinetics. We shall go for more details about various pharmacodynamics with their actions and effect at various places. In the meanwhile, you read it, you go through this. If you have any difficulties, you can ask. So take care.